Welcome to the 9th show in our series of touring Texas songwriters with our host, the long tall Texan, Mr. Bruno Michel. Today's show features the incredible harmonies and songs of Wheatfield and is brought to you by the Barrel Brewing Company and the citizens of historic Salado, Texas. Wheatfield was recorded live in front of a studio audience for broadcast on Country Radio Switzerland. Sit back, relax, and get ready for an incredible ride with Wheatfield.
All right, you're not wrong to call these guys basically Texas music pioneers here because they play since like forever together. And it's kind of a formation that's called Wheatfield, even though I don't know quite why, but we get to that. So we got Ezra Island here.
Yes.
Then we got Keith Grimwood over there.
We go.
Connie Mims and Craig Calvert. That's it.
Yeah.
These guys were part of the first season of Austin City Limits. Imagine that. So Connie at least doesn't look that old.
Hey,
not sure about the other
what the
guy.
hell? I'll take you outside right now. I'm that damn old.
And he's going to bump me away. He used to play basketball,
I
right?
Yeah.
All right, so I think we'll start off with a song.
All right. Whoop. I heard it. We don't want to start off just yet. We're going to tune because we really care.
It was in tune when I bought it.
If it counts, Ezra cut his hair and then regrew his hair to be the same length as when he had it on Austin City Limits.
I did. You know, the story behind that is my wife hated it when I cut my hair. Really chapped her butt. She hated it. So
We have to go.
I grew it back. It's much better now.
It's way better.
Are we ready? I can feel this old world turning. I can run, but I can't hide. I can hear a gentle calling me to the sweeter side. I can feel this whole world turning. I can run, but I can't hide. I can hear a gentle calling me to the sweeter side. Life is good, but it ain't easy. Swimming fast against the tide. I will go where the river takes me, taking me to the sweeter side, taking me to the sweeter side.
Funny how the taste of love can be so bitter. I'll leave you with a sour place inside your heart. A mama didn't raise a child to be no quitter. Finding that peace of mind is not that hard. Funny how the taste of love can be so bitter. I'll leave you with a sour place inside your heart. A mama didn't raise a child to be no critter. And finding that peace of mind is not that hard.
When you feel this whole world turning, you can run, but you can't hide. You will hear a gentle calling you to the sweeter side, calling you to the sweeter side, calling you to the sweeter Thank you.
Now, that's what you call harmony vocals, and if you have a choice between mainstream radio and this stuff, then I don't think you have to choose. All right, let's go back to a time where there was a duo called Neat Stuff.
That's a long time ago.
Why do we need to go there? That's
That Ezra and Craig had, and then they became Wheatfield. Connie joined, I think, back in '73 or something like that. And they changed their name to St. Elmo's Fire, and then they kind of 6 years later decided to go different routes, and the whole thing split up. So why was that?
They weren't paying me enough money.
That was Ezra
I
talking.
needed more money.
Yeah, that's a good idea to put your name when you say something.
That's
so I
right. This
can
is
tell them
Ezra,
apart.
the good-looking one right here on the right side of your radio.
He's got a,
I
he's
can
got
see
a
it on
face
the
for
radio.
radio, that Ezra. Oh, the reason was we were young, and this is Craig talking, and we were young and didn't know any better, and it actually worked out great because we all grew musically when we left one another, and when we came back, we were a lot better musicians than we had been when we were together. I don't know how that would have worked if we'd have stayed together the whole time. I mean, the Beatles, they didn't stay together.
That's right. True. Yeah. Like Keith or Connie, anything to that?
well, coming off of what he said, and then coming back together so many years later, musically coming back together and pooling those talents of things that we had learned and new skill sets we had acquired during that time, and we come back together and we start writing together more now than we ever did before. And so it's been fun. It's been quite a ride, and we have no intention of stopping. So
Can't stop us this time.
That was
When you were-
Connie. That was Connie speaking.
That was Connie
Yeah,
speaking. in case
I
you're
can
wondering.
tell that.
good girl.
This is Keith here. When you were going through the history and when everybody got started, I didn't hear my name get mentioned there. I joined the band in 1976. When they changed their name, they changed it to St. Elmo's Fire at that point. And I was playing in a different band before that. It was called the Houston Symphony Orchestra. It was a cover band. But anyway, I got with these guys in '76. So when they started doing reunion concerts and stuff like that in 2004, 2005, right in there, I first joined Wheatfield. So I am the new guy officially.
All right. You got to correct the history books on that one.
Yeah.
Got to get this straight.
Now, Craig, you formed, what was it, Calvert Bell, and I think also a thing called Hotcakes.
Yeah, Calvert Bell was with Vince Bell, great songwriter who was also from the Houston area, and we did a lot of shows with him.
Was
over
he
the years.
related
He
to
was kind
Rex
of a-
somehow? Or
Pardon me?
Was he related to Rex?
I don't believe
No.
so. I don't believe so. And then
Rex is from Mars. He's not related to.
I thought he's from Galveston.
Oh, same difference.
Same place,
Same
real
place.
close.
With a beach. Mars with a beach.
You know, while we were going through all these changes, or going on with our musical lives, I had put out an album of songs called The Sweaters, and I was about to take it on the road. It was an 8-piece band, and the label bailed on us. That never happens. So my wife was pregnant, and a guy that had a place called Anchovies on 6th Street in Austin, a nightclub, said he wanted to have music Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of every week, and he wanted it to be Motown and the songs that we grew up listening to. And I thought, well, sure, I'll do that every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I'll go back to my music on the weekends. And Hotcakes took off, and I was traveling all over the country, so got to watch out
Nice.
what
Con-
you get involved in.
Connie, you kind of pushed the solo career, which was pretty successful.
Yeah, I did. I kind of took a different tack. I really wanted to produce. I'm more of the pop writer in the band, so I did a lot of going back and forth to Los Angeles and did a lot of things and wrote a lot of music and pitching for other songwriters, other singers to do my songs and also becoming a mother and being pregnant, it kind of caused me to like go off stage and go into the recording studio, and I learned to be a studio vocalist. So singing, car commercials and
Do one for us.
you could be driving just the right car for the right price at Richardson Chevrolet. So I did a lot of that, yeah. And I did some comedic voices for a syndicated radio show around the country, and I had a lot of fun getting into the recording off stage, behind the mic type of thing, which is a whole different world. So, and then I got into producing pyrotechnics music beds, which totally changed my listening forever. But I had a lot of fun doing sonic design using music. So.
And then Keith obviously went on with trout fishing in America, right?
He did.
You too?
The two of us went
Yep.
together. This is Ezra speaking. When the band broke up, we formed a duo, and a lot of the early pressure on the band was to get signed to a major record label, and we sort of rebelled against that. We opted to do as many stupid songs and fun songs as we could, and stuff that we really enjoyed. So we got jobs at steakhouses that paid good, steady money, and we just had a ball.
And we
Don't you
formed our
dare.
own label, the exclusive Trout Records. It's a very exclusive
And you're still
label.
active in that
we're
role.
still active.
They're
We-
still going.
They signed Wheatfield.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Trout fishing in America, I first thought, well, everybody does that, and then I figured out, hell, there is a band. All right. Let's play another song, I guess.
Sure. Some people,
Yes, sir.
2, 3, 4.
Some people got money, some people got time. Anybody got both, really hard to find. When I got time, I ain't got no money. When I got money, I ain't got time. I work hard for $1. I work hard for my pay. I work hard for my time at the end of the day. When I punch that clock, when I drive away, it's my time and I'll spend it my way. Some people are lucky, some people are lost. Some people keep trying no matter the cost. When I'm feeling lucky, when I know where I stand, I grab the world and hold it in my hand. I work hard for $1. I work hard for my pay. I work hard for my time at the end of the day. When I punch that clock, when I drive away, it's my time and I'll spend it my way. If I had my way, I'd have lots of time. You could keep my pay. But in the meantime, some people like whiskey, some people like wine. Some people are sober, some people get high. Well, it ain't easy, it takes lots of time. But with a little money, we'll all get by. I work hard for $1. I work hard for my pay. I work hard for my time at the end of the day. When I punch that clock, when I drive away, it's my time and I'll spend it my way. I work hard for $1. I work hard
this.
Song for the working man.
Right. Now, Wheatfield is back. Is it kind of a sporadic get-together for special events, or are you
We're
guys kind
sporadic
of
as special
permanently
event
back?
people,
Or
yes.
because I only saw 3 gigs in July when I prepared for the interview, which was a while ago, so maybe it's more now. But you're kind of planning on keeping that thing going full time, or is everybody still running his own career?
Everybody's still running. This is Keith talking here. Everybody's pretty much still running their own career. You know, we're going our own ways. But we're going to finish that album. We're working on a brand new
Yeah, that's the
CD.
next point,
some
yeah.
people might be the title cut from that. I believe it is. It's the working title cut.
Yeah.
And in July, we will be finishing up that CD. Now, we get together once or twice a year, and we have what's called band camp. We get together at either in Tyler, Texas, or up in Arkansas. And just instead of reuniting and playing just the old songs, that becomes a museum piece real quick. We're writing new songs. We're working together. These people are some of the best writers
Right.
I've ever known. And when we wrote earlier, we wrote about this coming of age experience, and now we write a different perspective.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Well,
You're right. I can't.
well, Connie looks younger, so
Do Mama.
not yet, not yet. No, we got.
Okay.
Oh, we got a song for that later.
All right. Now, he's kind of a visionary because he took away the next question, which is actually, yeah, after Big Texas Guy, there is a new album coming.
Yeah.
When is it coming? And then obviously...
Yeah, when is it coming?
Well, Craig is going to come up, and Craig and Ezra are going to finish it in July.
Are
Okay.
they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now you know.
That's the plan.
Well, most all the parts are recorded. There's only a few parts left to record,
Okay.
and then it's mixing. And I'm real confident with the mixing that we're going to be doing. And so, yeah, in July we'll be finished with it. Craig's
See,
coming up for a good long time.
See, and that's the other part of, new skill sets. Ezra's just got this incredible skill as an engineer, and he and Craig are just great working together. Keith and I don't get involved in the minutia, and we leave and go somewhere else. But we come in and we do our parts.
That's right.
But the studio he's got in Arkansas has just been great. And we didn't have that kind of opportunity back when we were
then,
together. I mean, it's a different world. We don't need a radio ready record label
Right.
kind of a drive to us. We just,
Was it kind of a group decision what goes on the record, or who decided about which songs go on?
I start crying if I don't get my way.
It is a group decision. Everybody brings songs to the table, and we finally have come up with an album. And we've recorded them, worked on them. And one of the things you were talking about when we were doing this to begin with, as Wheatfield and as St. Elmo's Fire, if you went to a recording studio, that clock was ticking.
Yeah. Well, sure.
And money was going out the door, and there was a lot of pressure, and the technology was a lot different, and there was a lot more pressure on doing it. Right now, with digital technology and a good recording studio and owning that studio, we can go in there and we can relax, and have good things come out of it.
I would assume if you want to convince the others of that a song needs to go on the record, you'll just stand up, right?
Pretty much, that's it.
Should we stand up and let everybody
Yeah.
get perspective? Perspective is very important. We are now going to stand. So
You first.
here we go.
You first. You first.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
You got all of this?
Yeah.
I put my hand up here and grab the ceiling for
Okay.
So that's the way you can convince people with 6'8", so that easy. All right.
Actually, you'd be surprised. These little people have got ferocious tempers. You don't want to mess
They're
with those little
nasty
people.
sometimes, right?
I mean, I'm telling you what.
Because we can sneak up from behind.
He doesn't even see you coming. That's a bad thing.
No.
All right, I think we'll play another one.
Why don't you set this one up, Connie?
Yeah, I was cleaning out a closet when I lived in Houston and going through a bunch of boxes of photos which thank God for digital media now. Don't have to deal with boxes of paper photographs. And I was arranging them, and the shelf was sticky, and so I moved a box and the whole shelf fell down, and all these photo albums came crashing to the ground, and one hit me on the head, and it was my wedding album, and it fell on the floor, and it opened to the first page, which was a photo of my father putting a centime, a little penny in my shoe, and I went, oh, well, there's a song. So this is called Wedding Day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Daddy puts a penny in my shoe. Mama wraps her pearls around my neck. Granny says with one more pin I can make that veil stay on her head. I've got a golden band to give. I've got an I do to say. It's my wedding day. My sister looks good in pink. My brother's pulling at his tie. My cousin wants to lick the icing off that cake, and so do I. I've got a lacy handkerchief. It's wrapped around a rose bouquet. It's my wedding day. Then I close my eyes, go back in time to that tomboy in a tree, the one with bicycles and bubble gum and a skinned up knee. Then the music starts, the doors swing wide, and there I see a childhood friend is now the man who wants to marry me. Mama cries a sweet goodbye while Daddy gives his girl away. Yeah, it's my wedding day. Then I close my eyes, go back in time to that tomboy in a tree, the one with bicycles and bubble gum and a skinned up knee. Then the music starts, the doors swing wide. There I see a childhood friend is now the man who wants to marry me. Mama cries a sweet goodbye while Daddy gives his girl away. It's my wedding day, yeah. It's my wedding day. Daddy puts a penny in my shoe. Thank you. Aw.
Sometimes it's a good idea when an album hits you over the head, right?
Sometimes.
Things
That
come
time.
back. Now, would you guys do anything different these days if you had to start all over? Because, I mean, back in the 70s, everything was obviously different. And in terms of, you know, the whole music scene was way smaller. You knew each other. These days, there's a lot of competition. But if somebody actually gets to you and wants some advice how to start in this music scene, you know, what would you do different, or what would you tell him to do?
Personally, this is Ezra. Personally, I would say the most important thing is to love what you do and do it because you love it. if you are pursuing something like some sort of goal, like I need to have this amount of money or I need to have this record deal or that, it can be disappointing. But if you're pursuing something that you really love with all your heart, then you're going to be happier whether you make the money, get signed or not. You're doing what you really need to and want to do. That'd be my advice to anybody.
Absolutely.
That's good advice. This is Keith talking here. I would say that anything I might have as an idea of how to get started in this business would no longer work today in this day and age. Everything we did to get things going
Totally changed.
totally changed.
Yep.
There's nothing even vaguely similar about it except we love doing it. And we found ways to make it work. You can find ways to make it work if you love it. You know, you can just find a way.
It's all about butts in seats now. You know, there used to be other ways, other incomes that came in from songwriting. Now, being a songwriter now, I would not advise anyone to do that because there is no way to make any money with Spotify and all of the other streaming services. When you get this list that's this long and you've made maybe $50 on selling, you know, hundreds and hundreds of units of CDs, and then CDs are now, they don't put CD players in cars anymore. So what do you sell?
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting that people tell me they're still selling a lot of stuff during the gigs. People still want real CDs. So you can't get away with a joystick, you know. It's not going to do it. The data stick is not going to do it. But on the other hand, it's gotten easier to produce a CD, and there is a whole bunch of stuff out on the market that actually, why the hell is it even there? So,
And a lot of artists sell other merchandise. They sell something that's not music, especially if they're touring artists. They'll sell jewelry. They'll sell all sorts of different merchandise. Or a lot of them, you know, are artisans and they make other things other than music. And I know a lot of artists that make the majority of their sales
With the
selling
merchandising,
something other than their music. So merch. It's all about merch.
it's kind of sad somehow, you know, that the whole art thing goes in the background, I think.
You have to
Weird.
work to keep it in the foreground.
Yeah.
But it's not been enough to kick us off, make us quit, you know.
Yeah.
We still really are planning
No,
ahead
if you love
enjoying
what you're
it.
doing, obviously you keep doing it, absolutely. But then every time you get a check for 0.07 cents, that's probably weird,
little
you know. I was talking to
discouraging.
Gary P. Nunn the other day when we were at his house, and he actually had a few examples of that.
Yeah.
And now he got lucky, on the other hand, because what was the guy's name who recorded First Thing I Needed this morning?
Was it Willie Nelson?
No, well, he did it way later, but
maybe.
no, it's one of the new guys. I can't
Yeah.
remember. It wasn't Jamie
Oh, I didn't know
Johnson.
about
It
that.
was another guy. Can't remember. But that actually kicks off some nice checks, you know,
Yeah.
because they sell a couple million copies of that stuff, and that makes sense. So you got to find the topic that actually kicks off like that, and then enjoy. Well, another
Working
guy
on it.
told me that, you know, would you rather write a song that makes you $1 million instantly, or a song that lasts 100 years? And he said, I would get the $1 million thing first and then do the other songs.
Wise man.
Yeah, obviously he was. Why don't you guys just permanently reunite and enjoy success as Wheatfield and forget about everything else?
I'm in.
I'll have to get back with you on that. I might have something other pressing things, but I think it's because it's fun to do it sporadically. I think it's more relaxing for us, and it doesn't become a thing. You know, it's more like band camp because these are my brothers. It's like getting together with family and having fun. We want to just have fun. These guys work. All of these guys work as musicians, you know, professionally all the time, and I don't. So I just have a great time when we get together. I think if it became like a regular thing, I'd get tired of it.
Could
really
be too
quick.
much then for you.
Yeah,
Well, since getting back together, we've been together longer than we were the first time.
that's true.
And I attribute it to not being together that much.
Maybe, yeah, true. Keith, you were nodding in the background there.
I'm just saying that so often these days, if you do something good, if you bake really good, people will tell you, you need to open a restaurant. You know, But if you opened a restaurant you might not like
no
it.
fun
It
anymore,
might not
yeah.
be as fun.
Yeah, that's
if
a
you
good
do
point.
something for a living, you start having to make compromises with
That's a
it,
good point.
and it becomes complicated. Right now, we don't have to do this to make a living. We can do this to make some extra money and to have some extra fun. But if we had to be relying on this solely in this day and age,
Right.
it would be really weird. So no, I don't
Well,
think.
that's a very good point, actually. I never thought about that. The restaurant thing and the cook is a pretty good analogy. So. Okay, let's find another song. I bet you know one.
This is Carolina.
Craig wrote this one. He's got to sing it too.
I've been suspecting you've been protecting some kind of mysterious cheap affair. So now I reckon that you'll be wrecking everything we have for your mystery man. If you think that he's the one who makes your life complete, you should know I'm not the kind to cry myself to sleep. Going down to Carolina, where the slow breezes blow. Going down to Carolina, 'cause there's a woman I know down in Carolina. This good hoodwinking has got me thinking about lots of nasty little things to say. But there's no reason to be displeasing, even though we're throwing our love away. There's no use in talking, no, there's no point to debate. I hope that you'll be happy, and I hope I'm not too late. Going down Carolina, where the slow breezes blow. Going down to Carolina, 'cause there's a woman I know down in Carolina. She's the sweetest girl in Dixie, a Dixie dandelion, rolling on that southern breeze through the Carolina pine. There's no use in talking, no, there's no point to debate. I hope that you'll be happy, and I hope I'm not too late. Going down Carolina, where the slow breezes blow. Going down to Carolina, 'cause there's a woman I know down in Carolina. Going down to Carolina, where the slow breezes blow. Going down to Carolina, 'cause there's a woman I know down in Carolina. Down in Carolina. Down in Carolina. Down in Carolina. Thanks.
Yeah, it was cool.
That was cool. That's a cool party he's playing over there.
Right. Yeah, pretty good. Now, what does it mean to you guys to being on this legendary status? I mean, one point is you played the first season of Austin City Limits.
Yes.
And there's not that damn many people that can talk about that still today. So what does that mean to you?
Great source of pride. There's the ACL Moody Theater in Austin, and I went to a concert and went and saw Brian Wilson recently. And right when you go to the men's room, when you take a left, it says, inscribed in the wall, it says Wheatfield.
By the men's room?
Well, on the way to the men's
Oh, okay.
room. And,
Write it there?
yeah, I had my Sharpie.
For a good time.
Yeah, it's fine.
W. But it's really a great source of pride. I think what Terry Lacona should do is have us back on. It's been long enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
The producer,
Yeah.
but I brought it up to him and he hasn't.
Not responded yet.
It's fantastic to go and watch the old setup of the show, the old
Exactly.
reel that I think it's on YouTube now. You can definitely find
Yep.
it. We have a Wheatfield channel, and we put that show on there. And we're all so young, and the audience is around you. You remember that? It was like they're in the round. And,
Behind you on the stage.
and
Yep.
it was just very
around it.
new public TV, and it was just exciting and it was fun. And back then, when you're young, your management says, "Oh, y'all want to do Austin City Limits?" We say, "What's that?" We don't know. We're just young and dumb, and so it's like, okay.
Well, it was their first season, so nobody knew really.
And
Yeah.
nobody had an idea what it would turn into. And for us, for me, for sure, it was the first time anybody ever put makeup on my face. And we were downstairs, and they put makeup on. We're giggling at each other, watched each other get makeup put on ourselves. And we got out there, and there was this air that was like nothing else. We played a lot of clubs around Texas and a lot of big halls. But when we got to Austin City Limits, it was just electric.
Different
The
feeling, yeah.
people in the audience were on. They were on before we even got on. And they were super on our side. And it was scary and exciting at the same time. Like maybe stepping off to the abyss. You just don't know what's going to happen. It was wonderful.
Right. That was Ezra, by the way.
Sorry. Yeah,
That's
me,
okay.
Ezra.
No problem. Keith?
This is Keith. I was not on Austin City Limits.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
I was either in a practice room or in college or in the symphony or something like that. I don't know. But they did all kind of these fun things before I got in the
Without
band.
you, yeah.
They went to the Virgin Islands.
Without
and
you.
the people there treated them like the Beatles. It was amazing. I hear all about this stuff.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Never been
No.
there, huh? Nah. They should invite you to dinner for that. So.
Yeah.
Now, you played with a lot of famous guys. Are there still any kind of dream acts you would like to share the stage with? Or
Dream-X.
is it pretty much been there, done that?
How about you, Connie? Connie, you could think of somebody.
Oh,
right?
I can think of a whole lot of people.
I knew she could. I
We
can't
did.
think-
We did a lot. Since we were in the '70s, we were at the whole riding the crest of the wave of that whole cosmic cowboy thing. When Willie Nelson came to Austin and Armadillo World headquarters, so we were in that wonderful big batch of soup of where you would have new Riders of the Purple Sage, Charlie Daniels Band, Jean-Luc Ponty. Some of these, just all of the acts of that day, and it's exciting. So we would either be the opening act for some of these bands at like Firefall. Who else? Chris Hillman Band, that kind of
Yeah,
thing,
right.
and then we became friends with them, and then sometimes we'd go on tour with them as like the opening act, and then sometimes we would be the opening act. We would be the main act, and it was just fun.
That happened. This is Craig. That happened with Lightning Hopkins, famous blues player, and at Liberty Hall, and we were kind of the pet opening act when we were just coming up in Liberty Hall, and we opened for Lightning Hopkins, and then the next time Lightning opened for us. He didn't like that,
He didn't like that.
not one bit.
No.
Yeah, but this is also kind of a history lesson because, excuse me, the time you were talking about was a time where nobody knew who Gary Peenon was,
Right.
nobody knew who Mike Murphy was,
Right.
Cherry Jeff was just starting.
Right.
I mean, it's a totally different era, and to be part of that kind of foundation that you laid in that sound area, and kind of being part of that whole movement, basically, that must be pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
This is Craig again, and there was a place called the Attic Club that we played in. It was on I-35 in Old Torf, and there was a wonderful gentleman named Bobby Bridger, a great songwriter. If you go to Kerrville, you know Bobby. And he would bring people out to see us. And we had these people's albums in our collection, and they're sitting in the audience looking at us. Kind of nerve-wracking, you know, wow, there's B.W. Stevenson, and there's Jerry Jeff Walker, and there's, you know, so all these guys. Yeah, Naomi Eisenberg, right, from Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks. I mean, it's just heady stuff for a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Right. Anything from your side on that topic, or?
Who I like to share a stage with? Shoot. Anybody. Anybody, you know.
Just like to play.
You know, I love the Subdues. You know, Lyle Lovett opened for us for a while, and I wouldn't mind opening for Lyle Lovett at some point. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
So Lyle, if you're listening.
Lyle,
would be.
We
call
played
me.
Texas A&M quite a bit back in the day, and he was a young singer, and he would open the show for us. Wow. He's done quite well for himself.
It's amazing, yeah. So you could actually burn your papers and collect Social Security 10 years ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
That's what we used to do over in Europe.
Burn my papers.
All right.
Speaking of Social Security. Keith.
Well, you want to hear another song?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, absolutely.
Okay, they can let me sing occasionally here, and I get to sing this song. This is a song Ezra and I wrote, and it's an imaginary conversation between an elderly gentleman and a beautiful young lady he has just met, and some very appropriate things he is saying to her. Ready? Like I say, perspective has really changed over the years.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and.
Where's your mama? Where's your mama? I'd really like to meet her tonight. Where's your mama? Where's your mama? I'm betting she's just my type. Oh, where's your mama? Where's your mama? Could you ask her to drop on by? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? I bet she's sweeter than apple pie. You're so pretty, you're so fine. Where were you when I was 29? Now you're too young and I'm too old. Just one thing I wanna know. Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? I'd really like to meet her tonight. Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? I'm betting she's just my type. Oh, where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Could you ask her to drop on by? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? I bet she's sweeter than apple pie. I got a good job and a double wide. I drive an old car, but it runs just fine. Whatever I got, I'll be happy to share. Tell your mama I'll be waiting right here. Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Well, I'd really like to meet her tonight. Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama? I'm betting she's just my type. Play me something sweet over there. You're so pretty, you're so fine. Where were you when I was 29? Now you're too young and I'm too old. Just one thing I wanna know. Is that your mama? Oh, mama. If that's your mama, oh, mama. I'm thinking she's too young too. If that's your mama, oh, mama. If that's your mama, oh, mama. I tell you what I need you to do. Find your granny. Hey, granny. Where's your granny? Hey, granny. I'd really like to meet her tonight. Where's your granny? Hey, granny. Where's your granny? Hey, granny. I'm betting she's just my type. Could you ask her to drop on by? I bet she's sweeter than apple pie.
Hey, Grady.
Well, thank you.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all a matter of perspective, you know.
It takes a lot of years to write a song like that.
Doc Stone recently grabbed himself a 20-something-year-old fiddler as a wife. Hey, it works. So don't ask for granny before you know the answer of the daughter. All right. Assuming you guys get stranded on an island,
We did once.
nothing around, nada. What
Yeah.
do what now? What would be the three things you don't want to miss? There is nothing. There is no traffic, no people, no nothing.
Chips and hot sauce.
Two.
That's one. Two, my guitar, and my friends. My friends.
Cool.
Stranded with my friends. These would be good people to strand with, actually. Good
Okay.
people to be stranded with.
Can you build a fire?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Can you
then
catch
she said-
crabs and fish with your hands?
I can.
Okay, you're in.
But then she said she doesn't want to be around you all the time. So
Well,
That's
it's,
right.
it's a good enough island. We got tree houses and stuff like that on the island and caves. And
I can't wait to hear Keith's answer. That sounds like a nightmare.
I
Keith.
don't, it is a nightmare for me. I don't think I'll be on this island. I don't want to go to the island. I'm sorry.
You don't.
I want to.
You'll get voted off quick.
Really, they don't
You're
want.
outta here.
They don't want me on this island. Really, for example, we went on a cruise one time, and they took us like out for one of these excursions.
Excursions? You can't
They
even
took
say
us to
it.
a beach. And I said, okay, great. Here we are at the beach. And they said, we'll pick you up in 7 hours. I said, well, what are we supposed to do? I don't want to go to this island. 7 hours at a beach with nothing to do. I almost lost my mind.
Yeah.
it will
I
be a
gotta have
smaller island.
stuff. I gotta write things. I gotta have stuff. How about you? Go away. I don't want to be on your island.
To him, excursion is excruciations. Excruciating. I don't know. That's a great question. I've never heard that question. I would, let's see. What would I miss? Probably blueberry donuts, the cake glazed kind of donuts, tacos.
you can take them
Mostly
with
it's
you.
food.
So you're
You
going
can
to eat
take it
his.
with you. Yeah, 3 things you can take with you.
You're going to eat his chips away.
3 things I can take with me?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you
He
want to
didn't say
take
that.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my Swiss Army knife.
Okay. So watch out,
Pandering, that's
guys.
pandering.
She would be a good person
Pandering.
to
Watch
be
out.
on the island. with.
Swiss Army knife. Probably a hat and a book of matches.
Because she doesn't believe Ezra can really start a fire.
There's some trust. There's some trust issues. I have trust issues, so I have a knife. I'll be armed
Oh boy.
with a nail file. Yeah, and some
And
matches.
it's
just in
I
case,
assume
you
it's
know.
the not the real Swiss knife, but that stuff that Victorinox now sells with all the 25 tools in it.
Well, no, it's
None of
this-
it works?
No,
Yeah.
it's the small one that's pink.
I get it.
You know.
Okay. All right. What
What about you, Craig?
What about
What
you,
would I
Craig?
take? What would I take? I would take my guitar and my mandolin and my flute,
Those would
That's
burn
one thing.
well.
And
Burn
then
well.
I would-
Instruments.
and then I would get that cave you were talking about, and I'd open a club and charge you guys to come into
Okay. Now you see the personalities of the band.
So that
Boom.
makes two, right?
Is this group therapy?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
because I'm not sure if you realized it, but usually nobody kind of replied that they want to take their wife or husband with them,
No.
which is
that's
kind of
good.
interesting.
Yeah.
And obviously, instruments, music, man cave
I'm calling.
are more interesting. That's what it
Okay.
is.
My wife doesn't want to go to the island.
No, you
either.
don't want to go
She
either.
won't
You're
even
not
go
even on it.
camping. It's- no.
You probably are drowning on the damn ship that's sinking because you don't want to go on the island.
Oh my gosh, that was group
Oh
therapy.
boy! All right, I think we just play another one.
We need to do a dance song. I don't see we have much of a dance floor here, but Ezra and I play out in
Probably not.
Taos, New Mexico at Michael Hearn's Big Barn Dance Music Festival. And I'm telling you, it's a great festival. People just get out there and two-step and dance to so many things. And Michael Hearn runs pretty good festival out there. It's one of
yeah.
our favorites.
Yeah.
We were out there,
16th year
and that
now.
out there inspired us to write this song right here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and.
I don't know what to do. I don't know just what I'm getting into. But it feels natural. I don't know just why. I don't know just why you caught my eye. But it feels natural. Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? Your boots are cute. I love to watch them scoot across the floor. It just feels natural. A long day, short night. I sure hope I can get this right. 'Cause it feels natural. Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? So simple, it's only natural. Did I just wake up in my lucky day? So simple, it's supernatural. Looking at you just takes my breath away. One dance, then two. I just can't get enough of you. You're just so natural. Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna, do you really wanna dance with me? I don't know what to do. I don't know just what I'm getting into. But it feels natural. Just so natural. You're so natural.
All right, let's come to the last question. That's my usual one that I always ask, which is, what question do you guys ask yourself in an interview that I did not?
What's my name? Where am I?
Who the hell am I?
Who are these people?
What's
Why
our
am I here?
website?
What's
our
our
website,
website?
Connie?
Wheatfieldband.com, Keith.
Great question, Keith.
Great
That's a good question since, well, okay, we won't go into that.
Yeah.
Where are you playing next? Let me see. Where will we be? We'll be at
I know we'll be at the Mucky Duck
We'll
in
be at-
Houston.
yeah.
We'll be in
Dallas.
Dallas at Uncle Calvin's Coffee House, which is a really cool place.
Right.
And, well, yeah, we can't find how to book our site. It's getting crazy. But then after that, we're back in Austin at El Mercado.
Correct.
Oh,
The
okay.
backstage.
Well, you're going to be there. You know that
Sunday
by
the
chance?
20.
July.
July?
After we finish
damn.
that album.
Yeah.
We're going to
Wait.
finish
We're
that
gonna
album.
finish
and
the
then we're
album,
gonna
then
go
we
to
get a
July.
cookie.
Gee. All
Then
right.
we have cake.
Okay.
Let's
Anything
see.
else that one of you would ask yourself that I did not?
Ask any of y'all.
Or you could ask the other guys something that you always wanted to know. They never told you.
We're going to have to go pretty deep on that. We
Back
know
to
each other
therapy,
pretty
huh?
well.
Do you secretly want to kill Keith in your sleep?
No, actually, I like to do it right face to face. I'd like to look at him when he's going down.
Oh my gosh.
I've been living in the woods for a really long time, and it's kind of rubbing off. I'm starting to sound like a hillbilly, and I do love living where I live. I think we've all kind of found happy places
Absolutely.
in our lives.
Yep.
This is not a question; it's sort of an answer. I mean, I live out in the woods. Keith lives up on top of a mountain, and he's got a kind of a happy place going on. And Connie's place is just glorious. It is just this spacious meadow of grass that leads into this compound of houses with hummingbirds dancing around. Craig's got a house with the tallest ceilings anywhere in the
Really?
world.
Yeah.
And which makes me feel
good
so
for you.
comfortable. Yes,
Good for you.
it's Ezra. I'm 6'8". I don't know what that translates to over there in Switzerland, but it's exceptionally tall.
Many hands high.
A couple meters.
Pretty much a little more than 2 meters. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 meters.
Yeah.
Lots of hands.
By the way, in case you're wondering where these places are, Ezra and I live in northwest Arkansas in a little town called West Fork, which is close to Fayetteville. That's where they keep culture and things like that. That's the college town. I go there often. It's good. It's a nice place. Connie's outside of Tyler,
Behind the
Texas.
pine curtain.
Tyler, Texas,
Yes.
Yes.
And Craig is in fabulous Austin, keeping it weird.
Doing my best.
What made you guys move up to Arkansas anyway?
Man, land was so affordable. It was so beautiful. On a musician's pay, I was able to get 106 acres of
Wow.
land, which was awesome. And there was
pretty
ponds
cool,
and
huh?
caves and woods and mushrooms and everything a musician could want.
Wow.
It's what I would take to Desert Island, all that stuff. And it's more centrally located in the country. You know, if we want to go to Chicago or Maine or Nashville
Real
or
close,
New Orleans,
yeah.
it's all closer. I mean, from Texas, from Houston especially, where we're touring out of, if you want to go south, you kind of hit the Gulf of Mexico.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Soon. What made you move up there, Keith? Just
Well-
hanging up in the mountain? Or?
I was outvoted is what happened with me.
Oh.
My wife wanted to live in the country, and he wanted to live in the country, and his wife, I didn't care. I lived in apartments. It was just fine. But I didn't own any tools, but we moved up there to Arkansas. And like I was saying earlier, you find ways to do what you love. I mean, we found a place that we loved with our hearts. It was beautiful. It's up in the Ozark Mountains, and it was cheap. You know, and even a musician could afford it. So you find ways to continue to do the things
Right.
you love. There's sacrifices. I'm not going to live, you know, in New York City or something,
course.
but, you know, you make ways. You can always visit.
Let's do home.
That's
Cool.
a great lead
That's a
into
great
a song.
segue.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do the.
I like it.
It leads perfectly. I'm sorry.
It does. It absolutely does.
This next song. When I moved to Arkansas, like I said, we moved from an apartment in Houston to 10 acres up on top of a mountain in Arkansas. And after we bought the place, I couldn't find it. I just don't know the country really well. So I had to go back to the realtor to have her take us back out there to find the place that I just bought.
Kind of
And,
like ours the first time, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this song is about the search for home. It's not about that at all, but it's a different kind of home where you find it for yourself.
I'm there. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know where home is, but I'll know when I find it. I don't know where home is, but I'll know when I find it. Traveled hard, traveled long. I've been weak and I've been strong. I don't know where my home is, but I'll know when I find it. And I don't know where peace is, but I'll know when I find it. I don't know where peace is, but I'll know when I find it. Always restless like the wind, I'd be lost without my friends. I don't know where my home is, but I'll know when I find it. Home, sometimes it almost feels like falling. Home, I can always hear it calling. Sometimes it almost feels like falling. Home, I can always hear it calling. Like a river reaching for the sea, there's a yearning deep inside of me. And I don't know where my home is, but I'll know when I find it. I don't know what love is, but I'll know when I find it. I don't know what love is, but I know when I feel it. It's in the rhythm of my heart, between the stop and then the start. I don't know where my home is, but I'll know when I find it. No, I don't know where my home is.
Let's hope you find it. All right. I mean, on my side, I'm through. If you guys have any final questions or so, and then maybe we...
I got a question.
Sure.
Well, my friend Bill Doss says that Keith does a really mean version of Willing.
Too long ago.
Well, how about one of my favorites you guys did, The Last Days of Pompeii?
Too many chords.
You're 0 for 2, man.
I'm
He's
sorry.
out.
I mean, you know,
Well, these guys are driving back to Arkansas
I want to hear Connie sing another
when we're
song.
done with this. Can we do a couple more?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Let's do one of Connie's and then do that last one on
Let's
the
do,
list.
Yeah, let's do two
All right.
more.
This one's going to be on the new album. And Ezra is going to play baritone guitar.
You're supposed to go, ooh,
Ooh, what's that?
thank you.
Yeah. And now there's the baritone guitar. For you people at home, it looks like a normal guitar, but it's just lower.
Not quite as good as a bass, which is lower, but
Low.
really.
You there, Ez?
I believe I'm here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. After all the crying, time is over. After that last goodbye is said, you won't catch me looking over my shoulder. I might have lost in love, but I'm not dead.
Anywhere my heart goes,
I'm gonna follow my heart where it leads me.
anywhere my heart goes,
I'm gonna keep on believing in love.
anywhere my heart goes,
I'm giving my heart some wings and let it fly. No matter how long it takes me, no matter how far.
I'll go anywhere my heart goes.
I'm not gonna find myself in someone else. I'm not gonna troll for love in some bar. And I just wanna fall in love, no, not anyone. I wanna love someone for who they are. I'll go anywhere my heart goes. I'm gonna follow my heart where it leads me. Anywhere my heart goes, I'm gonna keep on believing in love. Anywhere my heart goes, I'm giving my heart some wings and then let it fly. No matter how long it takes me, no matter how far.
Anywhere my heart goes. Anywhere my heart goes.
I'm gonna follow my heart where it leads me.
Anywhere my heart goes.
I'm gonna keep on believing in love.
Anywhere my heart goes.
I'm giving my heart some wings, let it fly. No matter how long it takes me, no matter how far. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll go anywhere my heart goes.
Anywhere my heart goes.
Thank you.
Next question.
I got something. Sometimes, we started, like Keith being in the Houston Symphony, the cover band that he was in. We started before we really wrote a bunch of songs, and we all wrote individually. But I was like 18. Ezra and Keith and Craig were 19. We didn't have a huge catalog of songs, so we relied on a whole lot of cover songs, to get started. And that's really how we worked as a band. We found ourselves in the first 6 months of being as a band being booked in St. Croix, where we worked 5 or 6 nights a week doing 5 sets a night, kind of like the Beatles did in Hamburg. Yep. And so we really had to amass this material. Mm-hmm. And so we've always loved it as a band to sing other people's music because we love it, and if we can do our take on someone else's song, even more fun. So we always try to create an excuse for Ezra to play the banjo. He would put banjo on anything if we allowed him to do that, which is why he would be on the island by himself with the banjo. But a couple of years ago at band camp, it was the year that it was the 40th anniversary of the Joshua Tree, U2's record, and I watched them on Jimmy Kimmel or something, and they did this great arrangement of this wonderful song, and I went, I hear Keith singing like Bono, and I hear a banjo. Banjo. And I said, oh my God, must be time for band camp. So anyway, we took this song, and we've just had so much fun with it, and we close our shows with it now, and cool. We hope to put it on the record, and we just have a whole lot of fun with this song, so... Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thanks, Bruno, very much.
That's it.
only to be with you. I have run, I have crawled, I have scaled these city walls, only to be with you. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I have kissed honey lips, felt the healing fingertips burn like fire. This burning desire, I have spoke with the tongue of angels. I have held the hand of a devil. Sworn empty night. I was cold as stone, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I believe in the kingdom come, that all the colors will bleed into one, bleed into one, into one. But yes, I'm still running. You broke the bonds, loosen the chains, carry the cross of my shame, of my shame. I believed it, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Thank you.
You seem to be looking for a whole lot of stuff. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having
Thank
us,
you very
Bruno.
much.
This was really fun.
Thank you.
This was really great.